Okay, we're recording. Okay, we'll go with it. Okay, so we're going to focus on, and Ramblin', if you mute yourself in the background, that way if we're recording it, then it won't have any extra feedback except for what's here. Then you guys can unmute yourself for questions at any point in time. But what I want to do first off is sort of lay out for you guys like the kind of questions I'm getting that are sort of like the simplistic kind of things. And then somebody else on. Oh, Kelly, can you mute yourself, baby girl? Hi, Kelly.
Hey.
Can you mute yourself? There, perfect. Thank you. Okay, cool. Okay. So I'm going to sort of like address a couple of questions I've been getting and then give you that information. And then if it's not helping you guys, or if you guys have other questions, just unmute yourself and then we can walk through some things. So the biggest thing right now is setting up like the Facebook group. Some of the girls have not been able to successfully figure out how to navigate that. So I'm just going to quickly sort of go through and show you guys that. For those of you who've done this already, then it's just going to be a really quick tutorial. I won't spend a lot of time on it. But so when you're setting up for your Facebook group, and the big thing is too, is once you get it set up, you want to make sure, guys, that your Facebook group is set up and ready to go before you start inviting people in. And you don't want to invite them just by inviting them. You want to gain the interest from them before you stick them in there, because you'll get a lot better interaction with them that way than just dumping them in a group. Okay, and I'll go on that for a second. But so for those of you that are on here right now, are you guys all familiar, so I can like skirt through the setup of the group thing, because if we're recording this that way I can just post it, or do you guys need to just go slowly on setting the group up? Is everyone familiar on how to do a group? Tarnisha, yes. Kelly, are you familiar with the group, how to set it up? I can't see everybody on it. Kelly got a thumbs up. Okay, cool. I don't know, on my phone I can only see like 3 people. Okay, all right, so then we'll just do it really quickly. So if you guys as leaders that are on here, if you want to share it with your team, then it'll be a useful tool for you. So to set up a group, when you guys go into your Facebook, you're going to hit your menu button on your Facebook, and you're just going to select groups. And you guys be my eyes to tell me if you guys can see this, okay? So you're going to hit groups here, and then you're just going to go in and you're going to hit create. Now look at where I'm at here. Okay, create. And so you're going to find the button for create, and for the create here, it's right here up in this corner right here. You guys can see this here. I fell and on my thing and my screen cracked, so I apologize for the beautiful look here. So create, right? So you're just going to push create here. Maybe not today. Well, you're not going to push create because it doesn't like it. Let me see if I pushed, maybe I touched something too quickly here. Let me go in groups, create. No, we're not going to create that. No, there we are. Okay, here we are. I had to get aggressive with it. So then you're going to push create, and that's what you're going to end up with. And then it's just a matter of y'all just filling it in. So you're going to name it something that's sort of, anytime that you're offering something, if you're going to make this your VIP page, where you're going to then create events within this VIP page, you want to use this as like a business type page if it's new for like new consultants, or if you're wanting to go in here and you're wanting to create it just for like your special VIP sale. Maybe you're getting ready to start a VIP club where it's going to be that 12-month rotation where you're going to have a hostess, like a person purchase X amount per month. Then one time a year, there's a hostess in there. So it's like a mystery hostess for the year kind of thing. So whatever you're going to name it, you put your name in here. Then you add a cover photo. So you want it to be something sort of cool. Something you can always change them around, but maybe something, if you're looking at for it to be just sales, if you're going to make it your sample sale page, or if you're going to make it your VIP page, or if you're going to make it your EOM, which is end of the month thing. So just think about what you're wanting this to be. And then on here where it says public, private, and more options, one of the things you want to make sure that your page is it's okay if somebody they can search it, where it doesn't have to be private, or it doesn't have to be secret, but you don't want them just to be able to jump in here. You want to be able to have control of that, because it's like this is your way to show appreciation to customers, to have those boosts of sales at the end of the month. You want to have total control of this. You don't want it to be like a hostess jumping in here and then her not understanding why she can't get this sale, why it can't be applied to her party. You just want to keep it straight. So it's a separation of church and state kind of thing, okay? So you want total control with this. So placing it as private would be a better thing to do than public. I would not put it on as public. And then it says invite members and hide group or visible. So again, I don't think you have to hide it. I think making it visible may create some interest with other people you've not met yet, but definitely just make it, make it not public, okay? And then that's all you have to do. And let me see if it'll let me do this without, well, and then you just put create group. So once you do that and you've set it up, so let me exit because I don't want to have to go in there and delete that out. I'm gonna take you to mine. So once you have done that part and you've set it up, let me go into my, it's funny how when you have things, I'm on my phone all the time, and then when you look at it on your tablet, it's different. And so then it's like, where did it go? It was just right here. Go this way. Okay, so, all right. So this is my group that I'm doing, and this is separate from my business page, okay? So what I did was, I took, and I made this twofold. So I started off with it and use it as my sample kit pieces, right? So everything that I had retiring, I decided what I want to charge for them. And again, that's up to you guys. So whether it be 30% off, 50% off, 70% off, I typically started at one point and then I'll reduce it as I go. So right around the holiday time, I did my first sale with my sample pieces, and then I reduced it again to create more interest, to get more pieces moving, okay? And then what you can also do is that if you have pieces sitting there that aren't really selling, if you're looking to generate income with it, then use them as booking incentives. You can take that 4 or 5 pieces out and make like a picture of them and ask people to comment which ones they like best and use it as a booking interest. So that's another thing you do, sample pieces if they're not moving through here. So that's another idea. But anyway, so once you've done that, you want to make sure that your rules are in here, right? So how you're going to run this page so that they know it. So when you go into and you set this up, then you're going to go, you have this shield right here, which is new, but there's like a little shield up here in this right-hand corner. Can you guys see this here? This little shield. So you click on this shield, and this is like your control panel. This is like your control area. So it's going to come up and it's going to give you all of your different things that you can do with your page. Like one is your member request. You can accept your members, group quality, keyword alerts, admin and moderator activity, members, rules, questions from members, group settings, education center. I don't know what that is. Leave group, share, and then your settings, okay? So this is like your control panel, so you can do everything that you need to from here. And what you want to do is make sure that in your group settings, I think it's the group settings is going to give you the ability to go in and customize your page and put your rules, okay? So what you want to make sure you have down in here is, are you charging them shipping? Are you charging the tax? Are you having some type of rule with, and let me read you what I just redid mine as, and that will probably be a little bit more helpful than me just trying to give you information. Let's see, name and description. Okay, so what I did is I changed mine was just a exclusive sample sale event. Okay, that's what it was before. And then I added in Galentine savings. So for Valentine's Day, I was giving them a little extra. So I took some pieces and I added pieces that are current still, because sometimes we just get a lot of pieces in our kit and you're sort of like ready to get some new pieces or whatever. So I just pulled some out and created like a sale with those pieces. So to make it like a Valentine's kind of special. So I put the sale starts Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Comments sold in the comments below the items you want. Have fun previewing the items posted. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments. Lots of great pieces. Prices are listed in the post. And then I add too, because they want, Swarovski Touchstone wants us to make sure that when we do a really deep discounted item and there are sample pieces, that we aren't adding the lifetime guarantee with it, because we're already reducing them at a huge discounted price. And they've been in our kit, and even though they are in good condition, slightly used kind of thing, it's not like it's a brand new spanking piece. It came right from home office right into their hands. So you have a secondary person there. They don't want to have that kind of, I honestly think it's probably they don't want to have any kind of glitches or knocks on their standards, because we have very, very high, very, very low return, very high standards. And I think that probably has a lot to do with it. And you can't blame them for that. But I always tell women, I always post it in here. So I say the deeply discounted pieces are from my display kit. They are like new. Swarovski allows us to discount our pieces, but asks that we do not include our warranties, since these are our display pieces. Now, as a consultant, you have the ability, I've not had anybody have anything with it, but if they came back to me and say, hey, Tam, I had this, it broke, I'm going to honor that myself. by either giving them a good discount or get the same price for them, or get them into a party, or what. I'm going to take care of them customer service wise. So you just want to put a blanket statement on there, but then you can take care of them on a one-to-one kind of things. That makes sense. So that way we're doing it the way we're supposed to. We're covering it. We're doing what Swarovski's asking us to do, but then we're also able to provide superior customer service. Then I charge a shipping flat $5 fee is what I charge. Some girls have charged $2 per item. Some charge whatever. I just find that $5 flat works because there's going to be some where they might get 4 or 5 items, so it might be a little more than 5, but then some might get 1 item, it'll be like a lot less than 5. It just balances itself out. So I just do a flat fee. And I put taxes where applicable. And the reason I add that to mine is it gives me the ability to work with each individual. So if I end up where, let's say she's getting something from my sample sale, but then I talk to her and then she also wants to order online and what have you, I need with my business to be able to work with the tools that I have in front of me to keep me from having to spend unnecessary money. You know what I mean? So I just put taxes where applicable, okay? And then I put comments sold, first one gets it. And then I also offered something, and this was something an idea I got. I just took a little extra stuff out of it, just put one thing from Emmy, but it said, I'm doing a special Galentine offer. So if you spend $100 in my sample sale, then you'll get a $10, and I'm calling it a $10 TC cash reward. So like Kohl's Cash, TC cash reward to use towards a purchase from our new line, good through 131. So I'm going to incentivize them then to shop in the new line by giving them a $10 cash reward. Does that make sense? So again, these are things that just ideas. It's up to you how you want to do those, but you want to, that little extra, just think about like when you get some kind of an offer in the mail or an email or something, what entices you? You know what I mean? Like to sort of shop a little more. And then I put down what I take payment, I take Venmo, PayPal, and I put friends and family. Because if they don't, then you're getting charged a fee and they're getting charged a fee. And you almost would have to cover that with them. So always put friends and family on PayPal and all major credit cards. And then I just put any questions, please feel free to ask. So with that part, and I can copy and paste this for you guys and share this with you, no problem. And you guys can tweak it to best fit you. I can do that. But do you have any questions on like the setup of the actual page and then covering yourself with your details and your rules to run your page?
No, you're doing great, Tammy. It's very
good. Thanks, darling. Thank you. Can you guys hear me okay? My voice is shot. I've been not feeling so great today. Broke out of sweat doing my video on my sample stage. It looked like I was working out. I had sweat everywhere. I think my fever broke. A slight fever today. All right, let me copy this. And I will, okay, so I'm going to copy. And I can go back out of this. And then I'll share this with y'all. That way you can tweak it and make it your own. Okay. All right, so then what I do, let me go out of here. Okay, you also then when you're working with this edit page here, this you can see it sort of gives you total control. So you can go through here and you can add your cover photo. That's where you can change the color. You can make it like I changed it to like that kind of burgundy color for Valentine's. The group type, I put general. You can type on group type and it's going to give you like general, buy and sell, gaming, social learning, jobs, work. You could type buy and sell in there. I've not tried that yet. I was going to look at it today and see if it requires any URLs or whatever in there, but I just had put general. So if you guys, it just depends upon what you want to put on it. So you select that. This is just part of setting your page up. And then from there, location, it's up to you. No location. I always put no location. I didn't have any tags. Privacy is just, I have on privacy. It gives you public or private. So I just have it private, again, not secret, just private. And then it says you can make the group visible or hidden, and I make mine visible. So that way if someone types in touchstone crystal or sales or whatever, those keywords, I'm going to pop up in their algorithms, okay? And that's one thing you want to make sure that you're visible on. The other thing that's really important, guys, to make sure is that on the notifications right here, because the algorithms, can you guys see notifications? So because Facebook is continuously changing their algorithms and it's for our protection, you have to go in there, and this goes for events, groups, anything that you're setting up, and you want to make sure that you're typing in where it says in-app notifications. It's gonna type, click on that, it's gonna give you options, and on each one of those areas that has notifications, you guys want to make sure that you go in there and select all, okay, all post, because if you don't, you're only going to get partials of them, whether it's highlights, friends post, what have you. Okay, so you just want to make sure that you've done it. And also the push notifications, same thing. You want to, this one says highlights are off, so you're going to select highlights. And then on here it says member request notifications, you want that on because you want to see it. Okay, so you just go in here and make sure. And also with your members, you're going to have people, if you do like a little contest thing to get new people in this, where like if you have a girl that's your friend, to say, if you invite 2 or 3 friends to shop on the page, you'll be entered into a contest for X. Make sure that you're instructing them to click all for notifications too. Otherwise, they're not going to see everything posted, especially if you're not friends with them, because another person can add them to your group without you being their friend. And so if you're not connected with them like that, they're not going to see everything you're posting. Does that make sense? So you just have to take that extra step and make sure that they're clicking the notifications all. Okay. Any questions so far with that at all? At all. It's like, that's the word, all. It's a good thing when I have a drinking game. If I say all, go drink a shot. Okay. Any questions so far? Is everybody good? Georgie. Oh, hi, Georgie. You snuck in down there. I thought you were still. So who do we got on here now? We have.
Hi.
Hi, guys. We have all kinds of gorgeous people on here. Okay. Is that anybody have? If you guys have questions, anything so far? Are we good before we go into postings? And you guys are welcome to unmute and ask me anything at all. Oh, come on, I'm not that good. Y'all gotta have something. Oops.
Sounds good, Tammy.
Who is that?
Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
I'm limited on what I can say, so yeah, it's good.
You're limited as in you're gonna get in trouble?
No,
Or
not
limited?
that.
Oh.
No, I'm in my living room. I don't want you to hear. I got all the TV
Okay.
and all that.
Okay, gotcha.
No, you're good.
We're gonna come down and whoop somebody if they're trying to get you in trouble.
No, nothing like that. Okay.
Okay, good. Okay. Is that Christy Corzat on here with us, or what Christy is that?
Oh, it's Christy Cabazard. I'm a new leader from California.
Well, welcome to the call, girl.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry I'm joining a little bit late. We're 3 hours ahead of you.
You're earlier there, right? So you're like,
Yes.
what, 5 something? Okay, 5
Yes.
still? Okay.
Yeah, just
Okay.
got home from work.
Well, I'm glad you were able to join us. Good. So if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to stop me. Okay, you're welcome. I mean, and I'm trying to slow myself down because I do tend to talk like a fart in a frying skillet. I'll get going real fast sometimes. So if I get going too fast, please tell me. Okay. So if we're good so far, we're going to go into now like your postings, right? So like I said, a couple of things you guys want to do. Make it easier on yourselves. You want to identify first, what is it you're wanting to put in here, right? You can go the easiest way I have found, and I've taken it still shots, I've taken it through catalog shots. The clearest picture I have found is if I go into the actual online catalog or the retired list, those, and then just screenshot that and crop. Okay, because it's about as clear as a picture you can get, because with the crystals it's a very flat. I mean, it's hard to see the beauty of it because it's that one still picture. But like I'll show you here. So this one here, I took this picture. This is just out of our. This picture is off of. Whoops. Okay, can you see that there? So all I did with this one, this came off the retired list. So I had the pictures, I had the page saved in my gallery, and then I just cropped around that one, okay? That's all I did. And then what I do for the information is I'll go back into where online, like when the catalog, this you would have to do with a current catalog, but so let me stop there, I apologize. Let me finish with the retired pieces first. I don't want to confuse you guys. So anyway, so that's how I do this. And then I will either take and go, you can do one of 2 things. And I've done it both ways. So this one here, I just put such a terrific ring, perfect size for any finger, 40% off, yours for just $23.40. So I ran that and put that on a sale for that one. I've done it with, let me find the one here that's more recent that showed you on the writing on it. Give me a second. Or I will say, okay, so like here's this one. So I took this one here and this is the shimmer ice bracelet. Okay. And so this was one of the ones I marked down a second time after my Christmas sale. And so I put only one at this price, and I put it at $40. So it's really $89. So they're saving themselves $49. And then up in the up in the well, that one's sold. I sold quite a bit tonight. But anyway, and then I'll put usually savings up on top. I'll put your cost 40, savings out the door 49 or whatever kind of thing, just to put a little bit. And then, but if I'm able to crop the information, if it's a current piece, I go right into the online catalog and I will screenshot the page that the item's on. And then I will literally crop the verbiage right off of the page and add that to the stuff, because it gives us the inches, gives us the stones, gives us the cost, everything's right there for us, so we don't have to rewrite that stuff. But on retired pieces, from the retired list, we don't usually have that because the catalog is already retired, unless you go and screenshot it from an old catalog, and that's not always clear. So that's just some tips there, okay? So you place them in there. The other thing I do is when you're wanting to is there any questions on the pictures and like the pricing? Because the pricing is really up to you guys. You know what it is you want to get out of it. You know that as an A+ consultant, you guys get 50% discount, right? If you guys a BFF, you got 70% off on it. If you earned as an incentive, it was free. If it was a host reward, it was free. So you sort of have to gauge that yourself. You know, like what it is that you're wanting to charge for it. You know, you might have any questions on like the pictures, how to get them, how to price them. Nope, we're good. Okay. All right. If anybody, I was just thinking too, if anyone has questions and you guys want to post it, could one of y'all like Darnisha or Jordan or somebody monitor like the chat if someone has a question so I don't miss it and we can answer it that way, or bring it up for me, please? Thank you. Okay. So you also have another spot here that you can utilize to help your customers find their pieces. Have you guys worked with announcements in your groups? Everyone's familiar with announcements? Okay. So when you go, just really quickly then, so when you're working with wanting to bring, so what I did with this page here, since I was working with my sample pieces, what was left that were discounted deeper, and then I was adding current items in here for like that Galentine kind of V-Day special. And so I was discounting pieces that I have in my kit that I'm just going through and cleaning some stuff out, okay, or I had doubles of and stuff like that. So, but I wanted to separate those, okay? So what I did was I went through, and I'll just show you guys for those of you that might not be aware. So anytime you have a post, you have these 3 little dots in your upper right-hand corner, right, of the post, okay? So when you click on that right there, it gives you a menu that comes up. You guys see that? And you guys are able then to, like I have notifications on, you can turn off notifications for this post, you can remove announcements, you can pin it, you can do different things. So when you're wanting to make like its own little subheading in your event, then you would want to mark as announcement, okay? And then once it is in announcements, you see where it says announcements right here, right? And then we have see all, okay? So if you click on see all, what that does is it brings up all of my pieces that I have for sale that are on my retired sample sale pieces, okay? So they're separate, okay? So I'm able to sort of like make them more exclusive up top here for them. And then you can, so what I'm doing right now is I'm offering a special where it's just going to be for till Friday evening at 9 p.m. And I'm offering initial necklaces for 48 hours for a bonus savings. They can buy 1 and get 10% off, buy 2, get 20% off, buy 3 or more and get 30% off, but it's for a limited time. So what I'm doing for this is almost like doing a loss leader. So you know, like how when you go to a grocery store, and I remember this, one of my friends was Dean was a manager down here at Low Bills, and they would run pops on sale. And he shared with me one time, he said, you know, pops are we call them loss leaders. He said it creates the interest. People want to buy the pop because it's cheaper. It's one of those things that people are always looking for to get a better price on. So they'll put them on sale to get them in there for the other things. You know what I mean? So that's sort of like what this is. You know what I mean? It's going to get them to looking, and then they might say, oh, well, I didn't really want the initial necklace, but I want this. So what I do then, if that's something I'm really wanting them to focus on, once it's in announcements, you can go back and click the 3 dots again, and now I can pin it. Okay? And then by me pinning it, it's going to be the first thing they see when they go into my announcements. Does that make sense? Okay. So, but if you have to already create it as clicked it as an announcement, go into your announcements, click on your 3 dots, and then click pin. Is everybody with me so far? Somebody need me to explain it? or I don't want anybody to be lost on this, because that's a huge, when I started doing that, that really makes a big difference, because you know how like some things get lost in the shuffle, you know what I mean? And I've really, I think it's definitely worth doing. I've definitely seen some positive, more sales come from it when I sort of isolate. Any questions? God, you guys are smart. I love it. Smarter than the girls I've been talking to, like tell them something 15 times. Okay. All right. So, so that's your announcements. That's your how to pin stuff. Okay. And then the other thing that I found helpful is to go in and you want to create value within your page. Okay. So, and you want to give them something worthwhile. So like whether it be like I shared, and I actually just copied it from M, but I shared Amy Quizner's story line in here, and I asked them, you know, watch it, comment that you watched it, I'll put you in for a sparkly prize drawing. So anytime that you're going to offer a prize drawing, ladies, it can be a sparkle pin off of Amazon, it can be a gem, it can be I mean, it could be a pair of ice earrings if you want it to be, but this is not something to cost you money, because it's almost like something sparkly is like catnip to females. You could get them probably something like a sparkly dollar compact mirror from Dollar Tree. It's just something that you're acknowledging and you're doing a drawing for. They love that chance to win kind of thing. So it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. So keep it $1 stuff, $1, $2 maybe max. You could get some of the cleaning cloths off of the business supply. They're $2, I think, $2 a piece, I think. You could do something like that if you wanted to. So simple. But the point is that you're creating a desire for them to want to watch this, and then they're getting really good information for watching it, and then you put it into a drawing, okay? So that's one thing. The other thing is going live inside your event, okay? So think of this as it's your own little personal storefront. You know, so when you have, and I'm gonna tell you how with the invitation process too, how to create a captive audience. So you have this like captive audience here that they have joined this page for sales. They've joined this page to shop. This is a social shopping. Say that 3 times fast. Social shopping page for your business, right? So they know what they're getting here. You don't have to spread it around like on your timeline page where it has to be like for every 6 personal posts, you can put 2 business posts or 3 business posts, you know, because you don't want to be in Facebook jail. You know, when they are invited into a specific page for a specific reason, that is your page. You run that. Okay. So anyway, or the group. So having said that, when you get them in here, going live to show some versatile pieces, show how they can stack and layer, things like that, that creates interest also for them. So little things like that are really helpful. And you can do, like I did one tonight, just for example. So I put my sale on today, and I wasn't going to start the actual sale process until tomorrow morning, but I had a lot of girls like commenting they don't always read the directions, and that's okay. But I'm covered, because if they question it, I'm like, it's right here. It's like, y'all can't be fussing at me because just because y'all can't read don't mean, you know, I mean, they can read, you know, but just because they don't. But anyway, so just give you an idea. So I took and I did a 6:30 live in my page. So I had set it up. I'd had my stuff already set from previous. I went in and added the new stuff, and I just went through on the online page, on the online catalog, cropped out the pieces that I wanted to add, cropped out the verbiage that was on the page, and then put them in, right? I did it online live, and I just showed the pieces. I talked a little bit about like booking a party. And it was not quite an hour, but it's probably like about, it's hurt near with getting the lighting right stuff. I probably started about 6:40ish, and I finished it right about like 7:25. So, but this is what so this, in 1 hour, I sold my lime shimmer bracelet for $40. And then you have your, my $5 flat, and my shipping, that's $48.38. I sold my blush heart necklace for that 30% off. So that was $35.48. So that's 70-ish. I sold my marquee earrings, $20.43. So that was 90, right? I sold my lemon shimmer ice bracelet. I'm sorry, the first one was lemon shimmer Chanel. lemon shimmer ice bracelet, my open drop earring and pendant. That was $150.75. And then I sold the kaput, and that was $45. So that's probably what, close to, it's 150, that's 45, that's two. So that was almost $300, right? Probably close to it in less than an hour. You know what I mean? So it's worth it. But now let me back this up. So that's how to set the page up. So now the really most important thing about this is creating the interest and getting the right people in it. So I'm gonna tell you how to do that.
That was my question. I was going to ask you, do you announce it ahead of time? How do you set up an event, or what do you do?
Yes, perfect. So I'm gonna go, so anybody have any other questions as far as the page actually itself right now, as far as the content stuff? And then I'm gonna go out of this and go right into that. Are we good with that part?
I have a question on the invoicing, how you setting that up, but we can do that later.
Okay, okay. Anybody else on the page itself, like the pictures, the postings, the announcements, the details, anything? We're good? Okay. Okay, so to create interest, right? So what you don't want to do is you do not just want to go through here and be one of those girls on social media and direct sales that just starts adding a shit ton of people in here going bye, 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 because they're going to say bye, 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 bye. So that's not what you want to do, right? You want to control the page, and you want people on there that are going to be shopping, okay? So you go to your timeline, right? You can do timeline, you can do it on your Instagram, you can do it on, I don't know if you can do it on Snapchat or not. Instagram, Twitter, in your social hub connected to your business page. However, but you want to create an invitation to join, right? So what I did on my timeline, so I went in today. Let's see. Oh, that's cute. One of my new. I had a launch party on Monday night. She rocked her party guys at $1,400 and 3 bookings. She's like on fire. All right, let me go down here. Hang on. Let me go timeline. And she just popped up with the headband in her head on my thing when I went in there. That's what made me think of that. Okay, so what I did was I went into my actual Facebook my timeline page, my personal time. You know what I'm saying, right? Where I'm at. Okay. And I said, I'm doing another sample sale Thursday evening, new items added. I'm also marking down some of the items left over from the last sale, who wants invited. And this is what I had here. This is all I did. And I added the same picture that I have in my event, right? Okay. And just within no time, also I had 51 people comment, add me. And so, and I just went through and I have, with adding them. And what I did is I went back with each person. What I have found that works, right, is that instead of adding them into my event, when I know they want me to add them, then I will go back and then I will click on their name and go to Messenger, and I will send them the link to my page. And I will ask them to click on it and to request to join. And then that ball's back in my park again. And then I add them, I accept them. I'm not sending them or inviting them and then waiting and having to resend. Because what I have found, this is what I have found, and you guys can, if you have anything to add to this, please do. What I have found is that if I go in and I add them to my group, that 9 times out of 10, I have to send a reminder back out in order to get them to join the group, right? Whereas if I send them the link and I've created the interest here, and then I would go back in too, and I went back in and I said stuff like, I said, I've just finished adding new pieces. I'll be adding you to the event shortly. You have lots to choose from, sample pieces with huge savings. Let's see, I put on here 1 item per sale, first to comment sold gets it, so get them while they're available. So I just created like little teasers throughout the actual, my timeline post. And then I said to them, and this is what I did, is I said, so Facebook is being silly or something. Facebook is being, what I say here? Something about Facebook is doing its thing, or Facebook is, who's it at? Anyway, my point being is I put an over post here and I said, Facebook is doing its thing tonight, whatever. So I'm going to be sending you guys each a message. I'm going to message you the link to join. All you need to do is click on it and I'll accept you right away. So I let them know in here that I was sending them the link, and I just sort of put it back on Facebook that, you know, Facebook is being a little weird tonight, y'all. I can't get everybody added in. So I'm going to send you the link, you know, and it just gave me a reason to, because I just told them I'm going to be adding you to the event. And I went, ooh, got to recover that one. And so that's how I handled that. So, but anyway, the other thing.
What link do you send them? I'm sorry.
The link, no, you're fine. The link from the event page. And I can show you where to find that real quick.
Okay.
Okay, let me finish this here and we'll go back into the event
Okay.
page then. And thank you for asking that. So anyway, so I went back in. So what I did is I just messaged all of them. I say, here you go, guys, just click on. And then when I decided, I had them as a captive audience here. So when I decided to go live at 6:30, I posted in this right here on my timeline. And I said, I believe all the links have been sent. If you didn't receive yours, just holler. Have fun, ladies. And then I said, join me live in the VIP group at 6:30 for a few more hugely discounted pieces. And I'm going to share the versatility of several pieces too. So I put that in there, and that then, if they didn't see their messenger yet, they saw this pop back up, and then I got several more girls wanting to join. So it's just being smart and using the tools that we have with Facebook without having to make it harder on ourselves. Does that make sense? So the girls that are in there shopping are the girls that requested to be in there. I didn't put them in there. Any questions on that? That helpful? That answers the question on how to invite them and stuff, guys? Yes, no, maybe.
Yes. So you create an event in the group page that you, or the group that you just created. Is that right?
Ask me that again.
So when you create the event, your shopping event, did you do that like actually in the group page? Did you?
No, my group is actually I didn't do an event. It's actually my VIP group. So I created just a group. Yeah, and everything's in there. Yeah. Whereas like you're talking about like on your biz page, if you create an event within the page.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I just created a group separate because I wanted it to sort of, I have, again, so I've done both, and I have found, and again, you sort of have to play around a little bit, and see what works best for you. And what I found is that when I would do a event within my business page, because it's like, you have to go to the event, and then you have to click on discussion, and you have to click on, and with the algorithm change, whatever. And I just was finding I was having a hard time getting everyone to be on the same page. Whereas with the group, they're in it and it's right there. It's just a little more user friendly. I have found, especially for people who aren't quite as familiar with Facebook.
Okay.
And their changes. Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. So to show you guys how to share the link, so go back into, so you're in your group, right? And you have your little shield up here. So you're going to click on the shield. The shield is like your buddy. That's like your control panel for everything. So what you're going to do is when you click on that, you're going to go into, make sure let me see if it's your settings or if it's my control. Let me just, that's not that one. Hang on. So it'll be your settings. Settings, your settings. Yeah, no. Oh, well, here's one more thing. Let me share real quick too. Okay, so this will be helpful for you if you're not having to try to relocate it. So when you go into your shield, right, come down to where it says your settings in this bottom corner here. Click on that, and that's going to allow you to add this to your home screen, pin it to the top of your groups, so you're not having to search for it. Okay, so it's right there on your home page. And that's another really useful tip too, because otherwise it gets lost in the shuffle sometimes. So you can put on here and you put following the notifications here. You can click and it takes you back into making sure that you have your notifications selected, that all are being, that you're receiving all the notifications. That's on there as well. And those notifications, guys, are huge. Do not ignore that. You'll miss a lot of good stuff. But anyway, so then you can pin it to the tops of your groups. And you can also add it to your home screen, okay? But let me go back to the share part here. So hang on one second, let me get that. So when you go into your shield, there is a spot. Do you see where it says share? Do I see that? So you just click on share, okay? So I'm gonna click on the share here, and it's gonna give me all these options that I can either share it to a specific platform or I can copy it.
That's cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. So then what I typically do is I copy it when I first set it up, and I'll send it to like go into Messenger and type my name in and send it to me personally. And then I have it there. So it's already saved. I don't have to go back in here and redo it. It's already stuck in there. So if I'm busy or if Messenger is very accessible on, most stuff. So anything I want to get to really quickly is I'll send it to myself in Messenger. So if the day gets busy or whatever. So that's a little tip too. Okay. Then there was one more thing I was going to cover with you guys. So we talked about setting up, talked about choosing your stuff, talked about creating the interest. Okay. When you're working with Facebook, one of the things that they've always taught us is that you want to be the last one to comment on your page or your post. So what that does is it keeps your, so if you post something and it's sitting there, you almost have to look at this when you decide to do an end of the month special or a sample sale or anything like that. You have to schedule out, just like we do our calendar blocking. You need to go in your calendar and look at it and make sure you've scheduled the time to be fair to it, because you didn't just post it and then let it go and then go back and check it 3 or 4 hours later, because sometimes it will just sit there. Okay, so you don't want to lose that momentum. So you want, when people are commenting on it, and sometimes it's just knowing the right time. Like, have you guys ever taken where you sort of get to know your people? Like, sometimes, they're better off like at lunchtime messages, you get better responses, or they're better in the evenings, or they're better in the mornings, kind of thing. So you sort of get to know how your algorithm flows based upon the people that are on your page. So you want to think about that when you're posting stuff. And if you happen to post something and it's dead space, delete it, repost it at a different time. Don't repost it at the same time. Delete it, repost it at a different time, because you want to keep it fresh and keep it moving. So you sort of get to identify, like on our business pages, it gives you the algorithm and you can see when your peak times are. But on our timelines, if we do, I don't know where that's at. So you just want to make sure that you're being smart with your time. Schedule your time out in your calendar so you know that you're working it. So like tonight, what I did was I allowed myself at 3:30 to 7:30 to go live in my event into my page, or my group, sorry, and work it. I allowed myself today time that when I knew when I posted this, it was going to be like rapid fire, because sometimes you'll just get it and they just are coming at you with different stuff, and you just got to be able to respond to it. So don't put yourself in a stressful situation. If you're at work, don't go posting something that you can't tend to. Okay, look at it as that you're creating a really, really wonderful recipe that you have to nurture as you go with it. You want to saute it a little bit, okay, so that you can tend to it. And then the other thing is making sure you build your audience. Okay, so especially being new, and even some that are seasoned, you have to be sure that every time that you're meeting somebody new, anytime that you have a new customer, a new hostess, you meet somebody out, a waitress, anything, get their information and immediately connect with them on social media. Because if you are new and you haven't built that customer base on social media, you're not going to get as many results. It doesn't mean that this does not work. It does work, but you have to do the work ahead of time and create that base so that you have a base to work with. Does that make sense? So I know it's gone back a few steps, but those are all really important pieces to have a successful online sale. So I think I've covered the most important pieces. Now I would like to just say, because we went over, it's past 9, I know. So questions, comments, anything? You guys all unmute yourselves. Take advantage of my brain, what I've got up here. And I hate this. Like, I quit looking at myself. I'm on prednisone, guys, for my muscles and stuff. And my face looks like a Pillsbury Doughboy right now. It's like, oh, I hate it. Go ahead. Any questions? Especially you, Darnell. You look all fine right there. Your hair looking good in your face. I'm like, oh my God. Turn that camera off. I'm gonna smack you next time I see you.
So I got a little makeup. Already.
You went to Frisch's? I'm jealous.
But I had some vegetable soup and a fish sandwich. I wasn't feeling it today, and I just, oh God, yeah. I'm still running a little bit of fever. I feel real good.
Oh.
So I know. So talk to me, ladies. Anything? Any better explanations? Any feedback?
No, that was great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Tammy. That was really good. That cleared
Awesome.
up a lot of my not knowing how to do it. That was good.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Sometimes that you're hesitant to try it when you're not sure, so that's what I was thinking. If I could just sort of help you guys, because it's by no means anything you do online is not to replace your live parties and your sponsored chat. That's not to replace. It's like it's an addition. So if you're looking at your business pie, you know what I mean? And you've got like your like 60 to 75-ish% is contact with people and having parties and having sponsored chats, then you can carve out that 25, let's say like 65. No, I'd say 75. Keep it at 75. So 75% with your parties and your direct contacts. 25% of your pie can be stuff like this. It can be fundraising. It can be online parties. It can be end of the month sales. It can be things like that. You never want to go lopsided though, because when that happens, you'll see business decrease. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you're realizing that as well. This is just extra fluff, you know.
I think it was very organized, and it's okay to share. Like, it was very good.
You think it'd be okay to do? Okay. Wow. Now, I think if my daughter heard y'all say that, she'd probably pass out. Mama was organized. It's like, no. It's because I'm sick, probably. I was talking slow. It's like, oh, God.
You did great.
Well, thanks, y'all. I'm glad that you guys were able to take advantage of it. I really was. I am. So I do have it recorded, so I can definitely share it. You guys I will post the verbiage. I'm trying to think here, like, because if I post it in here, it's going to go away as soon as I send it. I could do it like on our Team Destiny leaders, and I could post that verbiage that I have. Do you think that would be the best way for you guys to get it? What I just did the details, or should I just go into how would it be easiest for you guys to access this for you to share it with your teams? Do you want me to put it in our Team Destiny and like an event and just put like tag it as, you know, online or whatever, setting up your page, your sale page or whatever, so you guys can go back and access it easily so it doesn't fall in the mix of the comments and stuff, you know what I mean? Would that be the easiest place to grab it?
Yeah.
That good? Okay. You guys all know how to access events in Team Destiny. We just go to events on the top, click that, and then you have to go to past, because once the day's over, when you go to events, just click past, so it'll pop up for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will do that right now. I'll put it in there for you guys and you'll have it. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Thanks, Tammy.
Okay. You are so welcome. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate. That's what we're here for. And I'll be glad to help you all. And thank you for sharing your evening with me. And I will get this set up here. And yeah, it'll be in here. I'm just going to name it. I'll put today's what's today's date? January. It's 23rd, 22. What is it? 22. Okay, I'll put 1/22 Zoom online online groups, online sales. How's that? So 1/22 Zoom online sales. Is that cool? You guys remember, you will identify it that way? Yeah. And then I'll just put, okay, and I'll put sample sale as on top, and then we'll do details. I'm going to add the verbiage, and this is just, okay, there's the verbiage, and then we're going to create this, and then when I close this out, I'll grab the link for the recording, and then I'll post it in there, and I'll go ahead and invite. And I don't want to do all over invites. I don't want to confuse people. So I'll go out here and pull who all's on here. So I'll put Darnisha, so you have control over who you're sharing it with. So Darnisha's on here. We have Jordan's on here. And give me names, guys, real quick.
Jordan, Kelly,
No,
Georgie.
Hang on, Jordan. I'm going to G. Georgetta Webster. Who else? Christy. What's her last name, Christy?
Christy dropped off.
Christy, say that again. Christy what?
I said she dropped off, so I'm not sure her last name.
Oh, would it be Gabazard maybe? That's only Christy I'm seeing. That might be her. Okay, Christy's on there. And then we have Kelly, right?
Yep.
Kelly's on there. Okay, Kelly Mangetti. And Darnisha, I already got you on. And who else is on here? So Darnisha, Georgie, Jordan, Kelly, And the other ones, I don't know. Did anybody else see a name on there before they jumped off? Oh, Randlin's on here. Duh, Randlin. I've been on here for, okay. All right, so you guys will have this, and then that'll give you the ability to share it with your teams. And we can go from there. And I'll let Amy know it's in here, and she can add whoever she wants to, invite whoever she wants to. Okay. All right, ladies. I'll get the link and add it to it, and then we should be good. I should give you guys what you need. Okay?
Thanks,
You're
Tammy.
welcome. You're welcome. Have a
Good night.
All right, bye.